برحب بيكم جميعا في الجامعة الأمريكية. As my colleagues already indicated, this is the second edition. We had the first edition last year in a bit of a better weather في وسط البلد. But we always like to relate the two campuses together. It's one university with two campuses. In many of our events, we start there, we continue here, or the other way around. I want to share with you in a couple of minutes the journey of the VLab and the journey of AUC with supporting entrepreneurship at large. If I may, it started almost 25 years ago. Specifically in 2007, when the university partnered with the Wharton School and Goldman Sachs to train 500 young, fresh women entrepreneurs from the region. This was probably the first time we knocked on the door of entrepreneurship. A few years later, we started with a program that was led by Dr. Ayman Ismail. It was a tiny program that promoted the idea of entrepreneurship. We could not really start with an accelerator, and we wanted to build the base. That base should have been built at the School of Business, across AUC, and then playing a part across Egypt. That program, I'm not going to go into all the details, was scaled up. Many young Egyptian entrepreneurs from all over Egypt, not just from the university, were coming on campus every week, including weekends, to get trained on what is entrepreneurship, how it can help them, how they can create a career, how can they take their ideas to the next level. It was more or less the combination of people, business, and technology, and how this can impact society. It was all about creating opportunities and making a difference. So I want to share with you 7 specific points of the journey of entrepreneurship at large, but also the VLab from its inception, which, by the way, is 11 years ago, not 10 years ago. We're celebrating today the 10 years, but actually we started in 2013. Last year, we could not, for different reasons, hold the event. So the first point is the journey and the milestones. And I already touched upon that. It was a building block trying to integrate within the community at AUC. No project can fly by its own. It needs the support from within its own core team, but also different units across the university. And I think that was built up over the years until we positioned ourselves as the educational partner of the entrepreneurial ecosystem. The second is the startups, the journey of startups. Sharing the stories, sharing the successes, but also more importantly, the failures, the growth rate, the innovations, and how they can contribute to society. It's by itself a learning process. The third, over the years, and I think this is the success, is this community, building a community around the notion of entrepreneurship and what the VLab is doing. Developing partnerships, organizing mentorship programs, introducing collaborative frameworks, but also driving further and further innovation. The fourth, we never did that alone. We never did that even at a school or as a university. We partnered with private sector companies, IFIs, governments, civil society organizations, whether in Egypt or elsewhere, to create that ecosystem that can scale up and sustain. The fifth is obviously about the impact. And I think the president already alluded to that, so I don't want to repeat what he said, but it's the growing, sustained impact that goes beyond the idea of a startup. And that also was manifested in the Startup Accelerated that started in 2013, the FinTech Accelerated that started in 2015, and then also the Startup Launchpad and the IncuDev program. This by itself could have been looked as silos. But the work of the VLab were also related to the work of the faculty, the learning experience of the students, and the cross-channeling of the knowledge shared in different degree programs, training programs, but also the research conducted by the faculty. The 6 points is the lessons learned, and this is a journey, it's not a destination. So it's a continuous process, how we can learn from what we did from others and grow with the disruptions that are taking place because of the incredible amount of technologies that are coming into our life. It's not just AI, because everybody's focused on AI. AI is just one of many disruptions we're actually seeing in our lives, but we should also look at that as opening and opportunities that push us to be more agile and more adaptive to the next phase of our lives. Last but not least, where are we going from here? And we look at what the university is doing and the plans for the future. And again, as my colleagues alluded to, this is one bit of a puzzle that collectively represents AUC's intent to play a continuously effective role in the space of entrepreneurship and innovation. So with that, I would like to thank you all for being here. And I know they're spread all over the place, but I would like to please ask you to give a strong round of applause to Ayman Ismail and the VLab team. Thank you very much again, and to the next 10 years of the VLab. Over to Dr. Ayman Ismail. Thank you.